So, Bush, I understand that now people have stopped shaving their pubic hair, women specifically. And I think that makes a lot of sense for a couple of reasons. The first one is kind of the more obvious. It's just avoiding that sort of like cactus crotch, sort of prickly pear thing that you have to soldier through the day. Very uncomfortable. But I think an even more practical reason is travel related. Because think about it. You always pack body wash with you when you travel, right? But you never would pack a bath poof. But what else are you gonna work that body wash into a nice, rich, sudsy lather with if you shave off all your pubic hair? I don't know. No. So, okay. I also wanted to clear something up right off the bat. A professional did cut my hair this way. They were a hairdresser. I told them I wanted to look like Justin Bieber if he had a Jerry curl. It's called the Jerry Bieber. Trend alert, it's gonna be very hot this summer. So even with the haircut, I do have a boyfriend. Yeah, he's French. Boo, feel good? You can boo, I'll boo. So, there's some issues with that. When he brought me to France to meet his family for the first time, he warned me, okay, in France, when we say hello, we do the cheek kiss, like. But I'm American, I don't know if you noticed. You can line up for autographs later, it's fine. But I'm American, so I always grew up thinking that French kissing was when you used your tongue. So when I met his grandpa, I ended up licking his ear. I kind of liked it too. When people hear that my boyfriend's French, they always think it must be so romantic being with a Frenchman. I think they imagine that we just kind of like ride around on a bicycle built for two, eating cheese and wine at picnics, maybe wearing matching berets or something. But the reality is he's an argumentative prick who basically lives to complain. But he does have really good table manners. We'll give him that. But probably the hardest thing to get used to is that after all of his meals, he suffers from a lot of gas and indigestion. We both suffer, actually. So I always think when people think it's so romantic, I just try to tell them, just imagine being on the back of that bicycle built for two on the way home from that cheese and wine picnic. It's almost like eating unpasteurized cheese and drinking red wine your whole life isn't the best recipe for a healthy gut flora. I don't know, maybe. Something else that he always does that really bothers me is he's always correcting my pronunciation of French words. For instance, there's this town in France called Chartres, which I think is wonderful, right? Chartres. So he goes, no, Hannah, it's not pronounced Chartres, it's pronounced Chartres. Okay, got it, Chartres. Like when you go to fartre and you shitre your pants. You kind of trade certain things. I wouldn't be single for the world. When you're single, you have to be in really good shape. You can't be disgusting anymore. Don't want that. I went to the doctor the other day, and she actually told me that I'm a medical marvel, that my whole entire body is actually made of breast tissue. Except my breasts, those are surprisingly hard and muscly, so toned somewhere. No. My body is a temple. I take care of myself. My body is a temple, and that if you're going to come inside it, it is preferable that you be circumcised. I do try to take good care of myself, though. I eat a really healthy diet. Fruits, vegetables. I only eat organic grass-fed beef. Never eat any of those disgusting American fast food burgers. Do you guys know that meat is pumped full of synthetic hormones, like estrogen, progesterone? Oh, can someone tell me what time it is, actually?
26.
Shoot, sorry you guys. I have to take my birth control pill. If I don't take it at the same time every day, I grow a mustache. I take the Flintstones chewable kind. I'm a product too. Okay. You know, the pill doesn't protect against STDs, but my boyfriend says that he likes the way sex feels better without a condom. And I know how hard it can be for men to achieve orgasm during intercourse. So I do what I can to help. Plus he's allergic to latex. So we'd have to use lambskin condoms. And to be honest, I'm not really into bestiality or necrophilia. And I don't really want the bedroom stinking like mutton after. So, yeah. What else? Birth control. You know, probably the scariest STD is AIDS, right? And they say that AIDS started by people eating monkeys in the Congo. They called it bushmeat. Which, what's that?
I don't think they were eating them.
They didn't know we were eating them? What?
I don't think they were eating the monkeys.
They were eating the monkeys. That's how AIDS started. No. They were eating it. They were eating bushmeat. But you couldn't really come up with a better euphemism, actually, for how we get it here now, could you? So I think a good rule of thumb is if you don't want to get AIDS, just don't eat bushmeat. Don't put it in your mouth. So these weren't real birth control pills, by the way, just in case you're wondering, they're antacids. Guess who these belong to? But I think you would really like it if I were on the pill, because I've heard that the pill actually prevents PMS. So we wouldn't have to deal with those 2 days a month where I basically tell him everything he does that are like slowly making me hate him. You know? But what I think, guys, you don't understand is you're actually annoying all the rest of the month. It just takes us about 28 days to crack and tell you how, like, what's up. Otherwise, I think, we'd probably eventually just have to kill you one day. We'd be in court and before the jury, and we'd have to explain, well, you don't understand, like, every day he came home from work, and he took off his shoes and he just left them right in the middle of the room. He left the empty milk jug in the refrigerator, and also when he sleeps, his nose makes this really high-pitched whistling noise. So I had to suffocate him out of self-defense. Case closed. Set done.
Well done.
There you go.
Right, hey, let's hear it for Hannah Gray.
Yay!
Fantastic.